An inventor from the 60s was funded by a World War II war criminal turned CIA spy to invent the city of Rapture. Dear God. Inventor Buckminster Fuller was a big guy in the 60s, and he tried to put a giant dome over New York City, which is literally the plot to Crysis 3. But that's not the video game that almost became reality. In BioShock, Rapture is an underwater city that can survive on its own, completely self-sustaining on the water. And Bucky here kind of thought of it first. Before he started thinking about putting the Big Apple in a big fishbowl, he was paid to invent a utopia on the ocean that he called Triton City. No, it's not underwater, but honestly, would that work? The crazy part is that he was first approached with this idea by Matsutaro Shiriki, who was a CIA spy. Matsutaro Shiriki was actually a Class A war criminal from World War II, which essentially means he committed crimes against peace, but he was acquitted and the CIA took him in as a secret spy. He would go on to become known as the father of nuclear power in Japan by spreading the idea that nuclear power was good and that they should have it. But that's not the only thing he did. He also wanted to create a floating city in Tokyo Bay. In comes Buckminster Fuller and his favorite bubble. Together they were gonna build Triton City, but Matsutaro Shiriki died. So the US Department of Housing and Urban Development took over. It was instead gonna go to Chesapeake Bay, right next to Washington, D.C. in, well, Baltimore. That's not the only BioShock game that Buckminster Fuller also thought of. He imagined lighter than air bubble cities floating across the world. Sounds kind of familiar. I can't believe that